takes slow. The night gets deep. Your silhouette a secret I keep. Whispers crawl where the shadows lead. Velvet skies, your name's a song.
Hey, welcome to Sacred and Naked. I am Charity, your sacred intimacy guide. And if you're looking for an intimate view on healing, love, all things love, self-love, partnered love, or you're simply looking for a place to remind you you're not alone, you have come to the right place. Welcome to my safe space. I am geeked the fuck out because if you've been watching for a while, you have heard shout out to Queen, shout out to Queen, shout out to Queen, shout out to Queen.
Shout out to Queen.
Shout out to Queen.
Shout out to you,
my
Queen.
own. Shout out to Queen.
I also want to say shout out to Queen.
And today, I have my mother. Queen is on today. Queen.
Hey, girl, hey.
Queen. Shout out to Queen. Shout Queen.
I'll believe it. I'll believe it.
Shout out to Queen. We gonna show you. We gonna show you. Y'all, we have Queen here today, and Queen is an instrumental part in who you see before you today. Just, yes, yeah, I did some work, before I got to you a little over a year ago, but I've transformed tremendously from the first time.
1,000%.
Like, and so, man, damn, I don't know what this gonna look like, but man, my mother's here. Y'all, let me tell you real quick. So, I normally have, and they still out, okay? But normally they be out, but I said my mother's here. I got to kind of cover up a little bit, mother, so, just out of respect, because you my mother.
Well, I appreciate that, but honey, be you, girl.
Yeah.
Be you.
All right, so before we get into that day that you changed my life, was a lot of days, but the first time I came to you, before we get there, will you let us know who you are? Who is Queen? This Queen that I'm telling you, the people have heard about, how important you are to me and a lot of the other guests that have come on. Who are you and how'd you get here?
I am the container. My job, my lot in life is to hold space for people. I call myself a spiritual advisor or counselor, spiritualist, but I'm basically a container. I don't pour into people, and people don't pour into me. I allow access. So what that means is if you are capable of receiving me, I am open to holding you. And if you're not, then I'll leave what I can with you, and you do what you will with it. My spiritual journey started when I was 13 years old when my father transitioned. And what actually took place is in the hospital room, he had cancer. And in the hospital room, as he was transitioning, I literally saw the energy, depending on whatever your belief system is. For me, I saw his soul and his earthly body separate and rise above the room and watch, almost as if it was him saying goodbye. Watch everybody in the room And I was sitting and my mother was standing next to me. And I remember looking up at her to see if she saw it. And she didn't see it. And I looked at my grandmother to see if she saw it. And she didn't see it. So at that moment in my 13-year-old mind, I was able to rationalize for myself that my experience that I just had was singular. What I have been told, shown, or experienced thus far about death and life was not real. Something happened after the earthly body demise, and there was more. There was more to life. There was more to living. There was more to existing. And I learned all that just like that in that hospital room.
At 13.
At 13. And up until that point, my father was the most important person in the world to me. So I died in that room with him, all without having any way to process any of this. Not knowing what it is, so I can't go to nobody and talk to nobody about it. But I knew enough to know this is big. And then I went outside. And I mean outside like we say outside. I went outside for a long time. I was in the streets. I was doing all of the things. In high school, I was suspended every other week. I was fighting. I was rebelling. I was angry with the world. I was angry with God. I didn't know anything about anything. Love was almost like a curse because the only thing I loved holistically was stolen. It didn't evaporate. It didn't leave. It was stolen. So I went through years and years of trauma and abandonment issues, and then it led to an abusive relationship. I was with a man for 11 years, and he was abusive almost immediately. And because I found in him he kind of filled the void that my dad left. He was very stern. He was my father was a stern person, and he was the disciplinarian. He was very highly educated, and he talked to you like you was in class all the time. Everything was a lesson. Yeah. You know? So this guy that I got with was basically, he was controlling, but it looked the same. Yeah. He was abusive, but it looked the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I thought this was love. Right. And so I listened to him for years tell me that nobody wanted me but him, that nobody wanted to hear anything from me. I left school. I was at Tougaloo. I left school because he and I were in a fight, which led to a car accident, which led to me having to have all my hair shaved off on one side and getting 27 stitches put in my head. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. So I dropped out of school. And I remember the lady that I went to withdraw from saying to me, if you leave, you're never coming back. And I never went back. And I thought she was straight up, girl, you don't know me, I'm coming back. Girl, I never went back. She was absolutely right. But anyway, after years and years of that, it was just more trauma on top of the trauma that I thought I dealt with. I just recently learned that I wasn't really participating in my grief process because I grieved him, the man, and the void he left, instead of grieving the fact that I no longer trusted, understood, or knew where to place love. Love was a outward thing instead of an inward thing. So how I loved was based on how you loved me. So I'm now having to reprogram that level. So when you talk about healing, and when people talk about healing, my dad died when I was 13. I am 51. Did you hear me say I'm still healing that? Different aspects of it, but I'm still healing that. So you have to be intentional about every aspect. And when you walk through one thing, don't be mad when you get down a little further and realize, oh, here's another thing that's attached to that thing that I also have to heal. Man, healing is
so hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard. But I believe that the source power has touched all of us with what we need. I think the problem comes in when we don't identify that we are not self-aware, don't know ourselves, B, actually touching the trauma.
Yeah.
Like some people don't understand that who you are is based on who your mama and daddy told you were. And not necessarily coming out of your mouth saying this is who you are, but how they treated you, what they provided for you or what they didn't provide for you. That all determines who you are. And God forbid you have something else in your teenage years and then your early adult years that adds to that trauma. Oh yeah, that thing is real.
Yeah.
It's real, and it takes intentional work. You got to choose it. You got to choose to heal. It don't just fall on you and be like, I heal you. No, you got to be in that thing.
I mean, committed like every second of every day of every week of every, like, it's not helpful to pick it up and put it down, pick it up. You got to hold that shit. Like what you said, actively participate in that shit. You have to. You have to. Damn. Yes.
So yeah, all of that led to becoming queen, and learning how to sort of make myself available without giving myself away was another lesson that I had to learn. That was a hard one because you have to learn how to not become the issues and of everybody else that you. And then most of the time when God sends me someone, there's some part of my life or their life that I done already lived. So I got to be healed from my stuff so I can not be triggered by the stuff you bring.
Right.
Because I done seen it, done it, or watched somebody else do it. Right. It's been a part of my path. Otherwise, God wouldn't send you to me. I wouldn't be able to help.
Right. Right. So how long have you been queen or been offering like queen sessions? Like how long have you been the container and the spiritual?
So I've been doing this level of spiritual advisement now for about since 2019 maybe. But prior to that, I had an organization called Thick and Proud Sisters, TAPS. And I didn't know what that was at the time, but it was actually the same kind of work. But it was orchestrated to be a safe space for plus size women to gain confidence and operate in their truest self. So I was doing that work specific to that. At the time, what I have learned is that I needed that. I needed to, I remember watching the Kardashians one day and I thought, Kim Kardashian is adding to her body to look like what people tell me every day is fat. Because I have a big ass and y'all calling me fat. But she adding ass and y'all think she fine. That made me mad. So I started an organization. I started an organization to help plus size women feel confident and bold and to figure out who they are, to become self-aware. We had classes, curriculums. They had a graduation. The graduation was actually a showcase. So we took a day one picture and then put it up against the picture of them. You could see, it was magnificent to see it. And we had sister sessions, kind of like queen sessions. So it was the prefaces to the queen session. So if you add that, I did that for 10 years. So I guess now I've been doing this for pretty close to 20 years.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been in it.
When I got to you, so I think one of your clients, it's a doula.
SHOUTOUT. She's a client, but she's really just my little sister.
Okay. Little sister.
Yeah.
SHOUTOUT, shout out to you. I know she's a doula. I was looking to do some vaginal steaming, but for a spiritual reason.
You needed a spiritual detox.
Yeah, like, I feel like I got some hating ass niggas still off up in here somewhere. I got to, release that. And I actually felt that person. Like I knew what that, that energy was, and I need to release that. So anyway, I went to her for that, and it was a great experience. And I said, I don't know how we started talking about, do you know somebody who does spiritual counseling? Because I've
came in there to shop.
I came for a session.
Okay.
I booked you for a session, but I was like, I need some more. I was blessed enough to hear Spirit say, clean out this hating ass nigga. Like, clean out this hating ass nigga that's, he hating on you up in here. You got to release him. And then had the wherewithal to ask, do you know a spiritual, because I've done talk that like traditional therapy. It don't work for me because I'm so involved with myself, and I'm always processing. I'm always I'm already worked out what the fuck you finna say anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I need some spiritual whatever. So I asked her, and she said, Queen, have you ever heard of Queen? She normally is able to get me together when blah blah. And so she gave me your information, and I booked you. And at the time, I was having a hard time in my marriage, and was basically like, I need you to tell me how to get the fuck out of here. And you think that's what this is about, and I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, because all my therapists like, no, work on the mirror. No, don't tell me. I'm coming to you. Don't tell me what you want me to do. I need, tell me how I can do what I'm trying to do. And so that's why I remember coming to you like, tell me how to get the fuck out of here. And it wasn't a laugh, but it was like, this ain't what you here for. This is not what you here for. And then we started talking about father wounds, and I broke down and she was like, you just like right now you've become that little girl, like the little bitty baby, you here to heal this father wound. Like this is, it ain't about the marriage. It ain't about, what I mean? And I was like, fuck, I'm still dealing with this goddamn father wound. I'm so sick of it. Like, I feel like I've forgiven it, for, whatever. Goddamn, I'm sick of it. Like, still ruining my fucking life. I'm sick of it. And so, damn. And I've been with you for a little over a year, probably closer to a year and a half, maybe. I do still have father wounds I'm dealing with, right? But I am not the same woman, nor the little girl. Like I feel like all parts of me have matured and transformed. Elevated. Yes. And damn, Queen. Like, and so we just had a retreat. So it's my second retreat with you. The first retreat, damn, I didn't really say I didn't say a thing.
You didn't. You were a couple of months in.
Yeah. And I just was like, I only came to one day, but I did participate in like the lip sync. The goddess, whatever. It wasn't the goddess thing, but it was the
alter ego.
The alter ego. I did show up in my So I did. I was bold in that space. In that little space, I was bold. But I remember us. So we just had a retreat in December, and I remember looking at just the pictures from the first one that I went to, and then just participating, reflecting on the one I was just at, and a whole different person. Like I had my first facilitated my first session in that one, and people were just like, oh, your energy, and I'm like, damn, I really am a different person. Received a new name, right? You also received a new name, a new role. Queen is now my spiritual mother. To me, a mother is the nurturer of you and shows you how to be the goddess, the woman, and you have absolutely paved the way, but also held my hand, on some hard fucking sessions we've had. And I don't normally, even though I'm a very emotionally vulnerable person and I hold space for other people, I don't normally give myself space to cry and feel so deeply, so, you know what I mean? And so my new name, because I had to hold it until you got here.
Okay.
I asked Queen if she would rename me. I knew I was becoming a new person, a new woman. I was elevating, and not that I'm not grateful for the name that I was born with. It has value. Charity means love, and it really did shape how I feel about love, and really the way that I chase it, and that I call in, I hold space for people, the way I show up in love. My parents did a great job in saying, this is who you are. You are love. And I am love, and I'm still love, and I've elevated to this new woman, my new name, Naomi Nima. The rope, the cord, the tie to all living things, that is me.
That's you.
That is me. The earth, the animals, the people, my love for masculine, my love for feminine, my connection to children, all things
To water,
living.
to wind, to fire. To everything.
To everything. That is me.
Yeah.
That is me. And I operate in that.
So let me tell you about this name.
Yes.
So you asked me to rename you. I thought it was wild. I was like, really? Intrigued immediately, overwhelmed with gratitude to be seen as somebody you could trust to do that. Because I've never been asked before to do that. By the way, I rename people all the time. Yes, and I call people what I am told to call them. But it was just like, that's funny. This is my nickname for you, you know. So when you said it, there was a different energy. It was a very divine ask. And that was clear to me immediately. So I went and basked and showed gratitude to the ancestors for seeing me and sending you for that, because it was an elevation for my work. I'm a wedding officiant. I am a good love ambassador. So this is a thing that now I see as a gift that I can provide for other people. Never would have thought of it if you didn't ask me to do it. Also, my father was a person in the community who renamed people, or who people would ask my father to name their children because they wanted African names. And so this tied into my connection to him. So you asking me that did so many things on so many different levels. And so there were weeks went by where I didn't even think of it. Like, I didn't think of it. You didn't ask me again. You wasn't like, hey, what's up with my name? You know what I'm saying? It never came up again. Right. And then around retreat time, I can't remember the specifics because, I release stuff because I can't hold everything. But around retreat time, I remember thinking, it's time for her name. It's time. So I just called out once to the ancestors, mine and yours specifically. And I said, what's her name? I went to bed that night and it was almost like, how the Netflix thing come up and it's like, like that. It came like that. And it was so specific that it spelled like it was N-Y-O-M-B-I. And then it did the same thing for Nima. And it ran it across like a screen. I don't know, back in the day how the screensavers would just go through and words would come. And it came out like that. Never heard it before. Knew it was a name because I asked for it, but I never heard it before. Never, nothing. So I had to Google it to see what this name meant,
Right.
how to spell it, and all this kind of information. When I got there, I was like, this is her. This is her. I took notes and wrote all the notes down. I still have the notes, but I sent them to you because now that's on you.
Right.
I can't hold that no
yeah.
more.
Right.
But it was very detailed, very specific, very you. So I was very thankful for that. Thank you for asking me to do that and giving me permission to show up in the new version of who you are in that way. I'm really thankful for that.
It just made, to me, it made so much sense. And I know Spirit told me that, but it made so much sense because under you, I have seriously look different. I walk different. Like I float. Like people are like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, the energy I give is, and I was that motherfucker. Like I was charming, back in the, day. I always had whatever. But the energy I have now is like, it's magnetic. It's glowy. It's
bold.
Yes, it's bold. And don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I worked hard to get here. Like, before I came to you, but with you in this, wrestling with some real vulnerable, deep wounds. And so, yes, I am new and I'm protecting the newness at all costs. Cause damn, I work, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still working. So thank you.
Well, can we talk about this?
Okay.
So I never really have to get on you, right? You are very obedient. You are very committed to your work.
Yes.
When there's an assignment, you get right on top of it. You are actually excited. I've never met anybody outside of myself who is excited to go in.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I've already been shown that it's going to be tough, but that's okay, because on the other side, what's over there is more important than what's happening in the meantime.
Right.
Even we already know the meantime gonna be meantime.
Right.
We already know that, but it doesn't make us want to avoid going through it.
Right.
You're the only person I ever met like that outside of me. But that time when you had that hair,
oh, I like that hair. Oh,
it was so pretty.
Oh, it was so pretty, and like, so you said it like you had said it. You said like, and it was really, it was mother. It was real mother.
I texted you. I was like, Naomi,
you still got. But it's so crazy when you said it. When you didn't. That's all you said at first. I knew exactly.
I might have said charity at that point. I don't know, but
I knew exactly. Like your spirit, in the text showed up, and I was like, okay, today is the day. Because I had been talking about it for, I think, at least a week and a half with, Paige and like my home. Like, okay, I heard my mother say, and it's time, my birthday. Because remember, I said I asked for permission. Can I just at least live in for my birthday? Mm-hmm. My birthday had come and gone, and I'm like, oh, and I really like, oh, and I just kept battling with it. And you said, you Naomi, and I already knew. And oh man, you still got that hair? I already knew when you said the first what it was. You still got that hair in? Yes, ma'am. And then you used the word disobedient. Oh, that got in my. All right, that's all. If you had not used that word, to be honest with you, like if you just were fussing,
because you was trying to make it to the weekend.
I was trying to make it to some, but you used the word disobedient, and it oh shit, it got all right. Damn, and you knew to use it. I said, damn. When I said you said I used it intentionally.
Yeah.
You use that word because that that ain't me. Not, you know what I'm saying?
It's not you.
I have been labeled, a rebel and blah, blah. And those things, I have my convictions. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to follow but disobedient, like if I hit and do, I'm going to do it because I know no matter what it sound like to do, I know it's some good shit on the other side of that. You know what I'm saying? So disobedient. And I still have the video. I didn't post it, but I still have a video and I may post it, after we talk about this. That I have a friend and I said, hey, my mother said blah, blah, like, and she cut. I have a video of her cutting the hair out, like the first part of the hair, and I was at work cutting it out for real. I didn't even wait till I left work.
Oh wow!
Because you text me, I was at work.
Okay,
it was like in the morning. I was at work. I think you had saw like a picture I had posted. I'm like, damn. But I was at work and my homegirl started cutting the hair out. Yeah. So I may post that since I'm really not a disobedient. I really am
You're not.
You told me.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I was like, we gave her some grace now.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
had a couple of extra days.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, I know you ain't got that.
Yeah. Ooh. And the energy, you didn't even have to say all of what you said. Just Naomi. You know how your mother called your whole name.
Yes.
You're like, oh
yes.
shit.
I think I put a couple of exclamation points.
Yeah,
In all caps.
Yeah, I already knew. I already knew.
I was like, girl, we are not doing this. It is very clear. I have been given an assignment. I gave you the directive. Now you messing with me. Like, come on now. We don't operate like this.
There's consequences behind.
And you were actually involved in stuff that was already setting up to challenge you for being disobedient. And you were like, why is this happening? What is going on?
I couldn't hear. I could not hear. I could not hear.
Yep.
From the time I put the hair in, I could not hear. And at first I was okay because the gift I have is to hear my people, the energy, you know what I'm saying? Like the thoughts or whatever. And sometimes that's overwhelming. Like that is.
It was like a break.
It was like yeah. And it really was with, my girlfriend, because her energy is loud. And I'm like, bruh, I can't deal. So when it quieted down, I'm like, oh shit, I'm good and I'm able to, whatever. And then I started to miss it. Damn, I can't hear her, or I can't hear such, or I can't hear. No, fuck. And I think I talked to you about it, and I think that's when you told me, like, well, you got your antennas covered up. I said, okay, well, can I leave it covered up till my birthday? And you gave me the and I still, man, yeah, you're right. Disobedient. When Mama said it, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Cut this shit out right now, today.
It's too much riding on it. This gift that we have to be able to hear, to be able to see, to be able to feel. That is a beautiful, magical, divine touch from God. So if you ignore it and say, oh no, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Oh no, it's almost like, okay, God, I hear you, but not right now.
Yeah. Oh.
If God was sitting in this room right now and told you to do something, would you dare say,
no, indeed.
All right, God, I got you. I'm going to get back to it.
No.
So we have to operate like that. Ooh. All the time we have to keep ourselves in check because we always fighting ego. Ego always going to be a problem because we're human.
That's another word that you use that made me go, oh.
And I thought about not using that word around you because I know that it is triggering something.
Yeah. But I need it.
Spirit said absolutely not.
Yeah, I need it. I need it.
She got to work through that.
Yeah.
Because as a healer, you need to be able to say it without your stuff attached to it.
Right. 100%. Man, the space that I have with you, I just want the whole world to
experience it.
It's a gift. It's life changing. It's life giving. I really cannot imagine. I'm a better mother. Being a mother was the only thing I knew I wanted to do. I'm talking from an early age. I knew I wanted to do simply because of some of my upbringing. And I'm like, I don't want any child to feel the way that I felt growing up. And so I knew I wanted to be a mother. Also, the reason why I chose to be a teacher, because you have access to children. You know what I'm saying? I have a special gift with children. You know what I mean? So I'm a dope ass fucking mom. I always been very intentional in that space because I knew that's what I wanted to do. But when I came under you, and I started learning about ancestors, I didn't know about, ancestors and the power. I've had a desire to know where I come from, who's in me, what, how did I become? Because I know my people are still, I know they are the reason why I am a bold, you know, all.
1000%.
So when I came under you, you taught me. I had locks before I came to you, but you taught me the power in my locks. Like you taught me the power in being connected to the ancestors. You taught me, you know what I mean, like that part of the culture that I did not have. And so, why not? My children are young, you know, 14, 10, 8, and Kyrie will be 6 next week. And I'm already giving them. I just can't wait to see who they become. Like, I'm a better, just in every area, a better all around being from being under your guidance. And healing and being intentional about healing and being intentional about knowing and becoming, it really does not just transform your life, like you're the person that's doing the work, but it's like grace onto other people. Like it extends to other people, and my children are thriving in a way that I have not. My big girl, so my name is Charity. I named her Charlie, like it's spelled the same, like, you know, CP. That's, you know, she is me. If you like, just a mother hen, just run the shit, and it feels so good when she says, "Hey, Mom, when you going to Queen?
Oh,
are you gonna get me a candle? Can you teach me about such and such?" We do rituals every month together. My husband now participates in rituals. You know what I mean? You changed my life. So shout out to Queen, shout out to Queen, shout out to Queen, shout out to Queen. Like, shout out to Queen. Like, shout out to you, Queen. Like, shout out to you, Queen. When people see this, I know they're gonna be, we got to get your social media before we get off here, because I feel like after you see this, and you have to go through, like, you know, if this is a journey, it's not an easy fucking journey now, but
and it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. But if something in you resonate with any of this, and something speaks to you, you got to get with Queen. Queen is the best person to learn under and to heal under, because if I'm gonna be very honest. At first, I'm like, she too rough. I'm too sensitive for the way you know she. Damn.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like sugar and cream over here. I'm not in the business of sugar and creaming. You know, that's not. I've never been. My dad wasn't. So it's in my DNA to give it raw, because I just can't. But I have learned to kind of meet people where they are. I don't have to compromise the message.
Right.
But I can make it adaptable to whoever I'm talking to. So if you got it rough, it's because that's what you need.
That's what I need
in order to receive it. You know,
that's what I needed. It's definitely what I needed. And then what changed for me, the first retreat, and I started to see how people like, oh, Queen. She got some nurturing, some, because they like, oh, Queen, you know. And then I was able to see you also in a more vulnerable, you know what I mean, about to shed some tears, you know what I'm saying, in that space, shed some tears. I'm like, oh, okay, well, she human, whatever, you know. And then just being on the journey with you longer, and the dynamic between, it's perfect, and it could be rough, and it could be nurtured, it could be, you know, it's every time it's perfect for whatever it is that I need, and I trust that.
Because sometimes the little girl walks in the room and she can't manage what you today can, me talking to you that way. So I have to make the adjustment and meet her where she is.
Because that little girl,
sometimes higher self you walks in the room. And I have to higher self me so I can talk to you in your high, so it's just being able to spiritually discern. And before any session, I call on all the help I can possibly get. Remove all of my stuff so that I can clearly and easily be the container for you. So it's a lot of work that goes into it before you even dot my door. The same reason why the very first session is longer. Because I need background information. Who am I talking to? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Because in most cases, what you think you coming for is not what you're coming for, and what you think you are is not who you are.
Do you remember you saying when I said my name, and you were like, "No, that's not." That's not you. Remember that?
I do.
I'm gonna call you goddess. I think
I do.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna have to call you something else.
Yeah. Because not.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
And I forgot about that girl.
Yeah. Like, because even nobody really calls me Charity.
Ended up giving you a name.
Yeah.
That was already in the works.
It was already in the works because that day you were saying, that don't fit. And even my relationship with my name, I don't like being called Charity. And my friend don't call me Charity. They call me Perk. My last name's Perkins. They call me Perk. All my coworkers, they call me Perk. My mom is really the only person that calls me Charity.
Because that's her name for you.
Right.
And that's fine.
Right.
Because but what happens is, I'm thankful for my name. My name is Fumi Falian. It's an African name. It's from the Yoruba tribe. Fumi means God's joy. Falian means to walk with dignity. So my dad told me that my charge in life was to understand that God's joy for me is to help people to walk with dignity. So me doing what I'm doing is living up to the tag that he 100%. Gave me, the purpose that was spoken into my life. But names are important. When you say I didn't like it, I didn't like people to call you weren't attached to it. And at some point in your life, you probably were. But as we grow and elevate, people don't think about the fact that this version of me does not answer to that. This version of who I am now, this doesn't fit that, which is why so many people, after life-changing events or spiritual transformations, give themselves a different name, especially as it relates to getting back to who we are culturally, in our heritage, in our legacy, in our African, in our African DNA.
Right.
Those names don't fit that.
Right.
Those names are not us. They don't fit that. So I definitely understand the significance and the power of a name. Fumi, I didn't want to get called Fumi because nobody could say it. Right. Now I could explain to them what it meant, and maybe that would make it easier for people. But all they heard was Fumi. Are you Chinese? Like what? What does that mean? And I didn't even bother with Falian at all. Right. Because Fumi Falian, although now when I say it off my tongue, it sings. Yeah. It's such a beautiful name. Yeah. Right. But growing up, I was, kind of picked on because of it. So, of course, what I'm going to do as a child, I'm going to detach from this name. Right. Call me something else. Right. But now it's an honor. I am privileged, to be, and I don't have to do a name change because my name was given to me, and it's a big name. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a gigantic name, which makes me feel like my work and my purpose in life, what I'm doing, is big. You know what I'm saying? Even if I got 3 clients, it's gigantic to those 3 clients. Yeah, right. And that is significant to me. Yeah, man. Naomi.
My kids call me that too. If I'm doing something and I'm not, they try to talk to me and I'm not paying them no attention, and they call me mommy like 15 million fucking, they say, Naomi. And I say, okay, all right.
Like, this is real. I'm really trying to get
I was like, okay, I'll put it down.
In touch with you right now. But I want you to continue to cherish and honor Charity, because there would be no Naomi without Charity. Yeah. She taught you how to love and how important it was. How important it was. She may have gone through trauma that disturbed your being able to positively and in a healthy way operate in it.
Yeah.
But she definitely got you there.
She definitely did.
So continue to honor her as you operate in this version of who you are.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, thank you for saying that.
We can give Mama her honors and her props for that because you need it to be changed.
I need it, yeah. Because the way that I feel about love is still a part of me.
Absolutely.
Man.
But it's also okay to say that was an older version of me. This is who I am now.
Yeah.
And it's big because this is who I'm going to be going forward. So I got to always make sure, like the universe, you had the ancestors, you had your spiritual mother, you had your younger self, your higher version. It was a lot of people that convened together to name you.
To name me.
So now you have to honor us all, yourself, and the name.
Yeah.
Going forward, that's big.
Huge.
It's big.
Well, I'm going to be. Mama,
you can do it.
I'm definitely. Mama, is this the right thing to do? I'm gonna ask because I just want to make sure.
And I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, well, I know, 100% raw. Before we go, how can we reach you?
So on Instagram, it's Fumi Queen Franklin. It's FUNMI Queen Franklin. On Facebook, it's Fumi Queen Franklin. And if you wanted to email me, you could email me at fumiqueenfranklin@gmail.com.
Queen Sessions, and you offering, a lot of, you have more services now. But the Queen Sessions have changed my life. And if any of this resonates with you, it's a great investment to reach out and hook up with Queen. It's life changing. Even
if you don't readily identify with spiritualism, maybe your call is for self-care, or maybe you just feel heavy, or your energy is off and you feel unbalanced. Maybe you need a chakra alignment. Maybe you're interested in meditation or somatic exercising. Maybe you need we do feet washes. Maybe you just need to cry. I have a session called Still and Silent, where I just stand in the gap for you and let you sit with frequency music and allow yourself to download and let go. The retreat she's speaking about, we do a retreat annually, 3 days in December. It's geared towards specific titles. Last year, it was The Goddess Within. The year before that, I think, was Restoration. Still working on what it's going to be this year because Spirit has to direct me, and that's the only way it's going to get done. But healing is a gigantic, big thing, but it takes very small steps. My job is to hold you while you're making those steps, without judgment and in pure honesty. Like, I'm not going to lie to you to make you feel good about going out there doing stuff that's outside what you need to be doing. So in that way, you do need to be ready for that. But also it is most definitely from a place of love and from a place of soul, spirit, and sacredness. So you can trust that. Shout out to you, Queen. Thank you. We love you. Thank you for being here. I love you. Man, I've been waiting on this. I'm so happy. Can I just say, I know we got to get off, but can I just say that I'm really, really proud of you. I know that you have had some ups and downs getting your podcast together. And I hope that I was able to stable some of that rocky foundation for you and help you stay and keep your eye on the prize. And I'm hoping that people will see you who need you. I'm hoping that people who can benefit from what it is that you are saying and feeling and exposing, I'm hoping that that can reach everybody who can be blessed by it. I am praying that they are able to find you and that you land right in their lap like you landed in mine. Ashe. Ashe. I received that. Please comment. I love comments. So comments, let us know
how you love. I know you love this episode. I just really couldn't wait. What you feel about the episode? What resonated with you? Continue to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Come on over here to the healing side. Mama, you gonna blow a kiss with me? Okay. Till next time. We love you.